It's time for more great local high school sports action. We'll join the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up in 20 seconds from Mark. Everything is set. We're ready for another great sports broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. Enjoy what should be another great broadcast coming up in 5 seconds from Mark. It's time for Westside High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Westside High School Athletics, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. This is the Polar Bear Pregame Show. Coming up, we'll have details on the upcoming game. We'll visit with the coach, and we'll look at the other games going on around the area. It's all on the Polar Bear Pregame Show. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Grab some for lunch today or stop by after the game. Polar Bear Burgers and Shakes on State Street at the south end of the city of Preston.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
Hello and welcome in, everybody, here to another edition of Westside Lady Pirate Basketball. I am Cody Olsen, joined here in the sports broadcast booth with guest commentator Jason Swenson tonight as we get ready for more action between the Westside Lady Pirates and the Aberdeen Tigers. We are here in the Tiger Den getting ready for tip-off for the first conference game for the Westside Pirates in the month of January and really for the whole year. Jason, we get ready for this. We've been able to watch a little bit about the JV game, and, these girls – both sides, both Westside and Aberdeen, have seemed to have come out with a lot of fire and passion. And if the varsity game is anything like this, we might be in for a fun battle.
That's right, Cody. I think this is going to be a great show of athleticism. Not only are the players fired up, but the coaches are equally as fired up. It is a passionate group out here.
Yeah, no, we were mentioning before the broadcast started how, Aberdeen has been one of those schools that may have in terms of girls' sports, they've been at the bottom of the district for a little while, and now they're trying to find some spark and some fire. And, if it's contagious at all, varsity assistant coach Jody Phillips, if she's got any fire to give to the varsity team coming up, I'm sure that the varsity team would love to have it. You take a look at these teams. We want to welcome you into the Polar Bear pregame show today on the North Stars Ultimate Outdoors scene set. Let's get a chance to talk a little bit about these teams. If you're looking for your new favorite motorcycle, ATV, anything of the like, you can find it all on State Street in Preston at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street in Preston. For the Westside Pirates, they come into this game 2-10. They're trying to get their first district and their first district win against Aberdeen tonight. District play now starts at the beginning of January. The Aberdeen Tigers sit at 4-8, 0-1 in district play, so they're looking for their first district win as well. Tatum, this is pretty, Jason, this is pretty unanimous among all sports, but when it comes to, conference play, district play, it means a little bit more, don't you think?
That's right. It's in times like these where the competitive nature is going to be easily seen among the players. This is, in a lot of ways, this can feel for the individual player make or break.
Yeah, it's big time. This is the moment that you've kind of been training for. The coaches set a different tone for this, and, we're ready for it as well here. We want to thank all of you for joining us on the Polar Bear pregame show and the North Stars Ultimate Outdoors scene set. One last thing I wanted to highlight about this Aberdeen team is how many seniors are on this squad. You take a look down at their roster, and you take a gander, you count it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 varsity seniors on this squad. What does it mean to have so many experienced players on one team?
I mean, it can mean everything. The more basketball you've played, the better you're going to get, the more practice. But on top of that, the more experience and the more things these girls could have potentially seen. I'm expecting to see a lot of, good decision-making, quick ball movement. I think this is going to be a fantastic game.
I'm excited for it, and hope that you're excited for it. Well, we'll come back to you in just a minute. We'll come back to you with more of our interview today with head coach Ben Huser on the Evergreen Financial Coaches Show. We'll give you an update as to what the district looks like at the start of January, and we'll wrap things up for you with our starting lineups brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. And get ready for tip-off in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more action here on the Polar Bear pregame show on 105.5 KACH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
We welcome you back here to the Polar Bear pregame show. Time for us to talk a little bit more about both Westside and Aberdeen as we're running a little behind on the JV game here. What I neglected to put on our graphic here in this one is that the Westside Pirates have already played 2 district games, and that was early on in the season. That was 2 losses to Soda Springs. They sit at 0-2 in district play. Aberdeen 0-1 at the top of the district. Malad at 2-0 and Soda Springs at 2-0. Those are 2 teams in District 5 in Southeast Idaho that are going to make a run at the state championship game that a lot of people are expecting them to do exactly that. So we wrap up the JV game here. Westside will probably, with 0.3 seconds left, 0.3 of a second left, Westside down by 10, 44-34, so that will be more than likely our final score. Jason, we bring you in as our color commentary and our guest tonight to talk a little bit about, basketball. You've had a little bit of a background in basketball. I know that in your childhood, and a big fan of basketball. You've been able to watch a whole lot of basketball. For games like this, when these girls are out there playing, how do you balance, keeping the fundamentals in there and really letting yourself show, what's the most important thing that somebody going into high school can really do to get ready for high school ball?
I think the basics are key. Always, always, always the basics. That comes down to your free throws. That comes down to your dribbles. People will undervalue and underestimate how much, if you have a solid foundation, how much you can build upon it.
And I know that Coach Ben Huser talked about the fundamentals and the basics and how important they were for his team. Let's go ahead, take one more break, and give you that interview brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. Coming up in just a moment's time here on the Polar Bear Pregame Show on 105.5 KCH and mylocalradio.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
We welcome you into the Evergreen Financial Coaches Show here on the My Local Radio Sports Network, getting ready for more basketball action with the Westside Girls. I am Cody Olsen, joined here in the sports broadcast booth with head coach Ben Huser of the Westside Girls. Coach, another week. We're after New Year's. We're getting ready for a brand new year and some more basketball. How the heck are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Happy New Year to you. And yes, we're ready to conquer January.
Awesome. January, just so busy for basketball when it comes to your girls. I know that the boys are having all sorts of crazy, busy scheduling. It is the meat and potatoes of district play coming up right now. Coach, we're excited to be able to cheer these girls on. I wanted to talk to you actually a little bit about, overall health of the program and the basketball girls getting ready for this game coming up. I know that we talked a little bit before we started, and seems to me that we're going to be having a lot of girls back. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we should be, knock on wood, full strength heading into our game with Aberdeen, and that will be the first time in several weeks that we'll have everybody together. So practice this week has been good to have our numbers back up and to have Olivia Jensen back. She'll be kind of reintegrating back into things as she's healed up from her stress fracture in her foot. And our sickness seems to have kind of run its course. And so we should have Holly and Harley back and everybody else. So looking forward to being at full strength finally going into Aberdeen.
I know that it's been about 4 or 5 weeks. It's been almost a month plus that we haven't really been full strength. What do you feel like that will do for your team, your girls, in terms of, boosting their confidence, their motivation to have everybody back on the court?
Well, I'm hoping that the girls that have stepped in and filled roles will take that experience and keep building from that if they're asked to move to different teams and kind of accept those roles and responsibilities, but more so bringing in, our older girls that have been out the last 2 or 3 games to really help us kind of put one foot forward again and just keep this thing moving forward. We kind of stalled out a little bit because of all the injuries and the moving people from team to team, and it got a little bit crazy there for a second, but having everybody back in their original roles and in their original spots will hopefully help us keep moving forward.
There was a time there for a while that everybody was just an amalgamous, blob. I mean, C-team, JV, varsity, all one, and it was like a mix and match type of game. Coach, you talked a little bit about, getting things back and developing, getting that continuity back together. I wanted to ask you a little bit about retainment of players in basketball from year to year. You know, some kids, they say, oh, I'm going to take my junior year off, I'm going to take my sophomore year off, come back senior year. It's great to play no matter what, but what does it do for a player to stay consistently with the program year after year, freshman through senior year? What do you feel like that does for a player?
Oh, I think it's really big. I've been reading a lot of studies on kind of the attrition rate in high school sports and how from year to year, numbers are dropping, especially in girls sports. And so our goal here is to keep the younger girls invested and keep working with them and keep developing them so that they have that desire to stay with the program and kind of buy into this whole process of it's going to take some time. And we've got to have patience as coaches. They've got to have patience as players. And every day just have the mentality of getting better and giving it their best. So that's kind of been our focus with the younger girls is just development, and getting them those situations and those experiences that are going to help them when they get to the higher JV or the varsity level areas. And then from the older girls' standpoint, it's, again, coming back in the summer and putting in a lot of work to finish their high school careers, so mainly juniors that are playing varsity. We definitely want them to spend a lot of time this summer putting in the work to prepare for next year because I think they're seeing how important that is to conduct that off-season work. And then hopefully you bring all of those grades together next year and that the program is stronger and your numbers are still consistent and strong. And that's the overall goal here.
Coach, when we talked earlier on in the season, obviously this is the first year that you come in to Westside. You talked about building a program. It's more than just, the wins and losses on the varsity team. It's about development and JV and even little league type of stuff. What would you say to the young ballers out there, those young girls, in trying to get them interested in high school basketball? Maybe they have a passion for it as the most important thing that they can do to get ready for high school sports.
I think a couple of things. I think it goes back into coaches, too. And so maybe just to address coaches at the younger levels, while I'm on the same page, and I think we all agree we all want to win, there also has to be some development that's happening. And so that's kind of where our focus is shifting to, is down into the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade levels to develop and get the fundamentals right so that when you hit a high school program, you're fine-tuning those fundamentals. You're now building in offense and defense and strategies and situations instead of having to work every single day on basic skills like dribbling and shooting. So to younger players, that should be your focus. You want to go out and you want to shoot half-court shots and shoot three-point shots. That's all fine and good, but are we spending time working on dribbling with our left hand or our opposite hand? Are we working on our form when we're shooting? Are we doing the little things that will help make us basketball players and make us better basketball players? That's what I'm hoping to instill in our younger generation that's coming behind our high school girls.
Well, we're excited. And, right now we can focus on the high school girls coming up, a 2-game slate against West Jefferson and Aberdeen this week, and it should be fun to see the girls back. Coach, it's amazing how time flies when we do these interviews. We have so much more to talk about, and that's just great. We'll talk about it next time on our interview. We want to thank you for joining us here today.
Sounds great. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. This is head coach Ben Huser of the Westside Girls Basketball Program, getting ready for a 2-game slate this week against district opponent Aberdeen and then back out to West Jefferson. 2 away games coming up. We'll let him go and get back to you on the 105.5 KACH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
the greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston. Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
It's time to meet tonight's lineup for the Westside Pirates. The starting lineups are brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Kenzie Bingham, Weston, Idaho. Olivia Jensen, Weston, Idaho. Holly Croft, Weston, Idaho.
Haley Joe, Weston, Idaho.
Tommy Henderson, Dayton, Idaho. Harley Nilsson, Lindrose, Idaho. Miley Kendick, Weston, Idaho.
Ainsley Stewart, Weston, Idaho.
Holly Taylor, Dayton, Idaho.
Lucy Hurd, Lindrose, Idaho.
We welcome you into the Polar Bear pregame show. Our starting lineups today brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We get our starting lineups today brought to you courtesy of the PA announcer here in Aberdeen. Rounding out the starting lineups for Aberdeen, number 11, Jackie Esquivias. Number 20, Adalia Rowland, the senior. The lone junior on the squad, Lexi Brown, number 21. Number 22, Lauren Driscoll, senior. Number 24, Callie Adamson, number 12. That is the starting lineup for Aberdeen as the West Side squad out onto the floor. First time that they've been healthy for a good long while. It's Croft, Taylor, Nelson, Kundick, and Henderson out on the floor. It is Croft and Adamson that will tip things up, and Adamson just gives way for Croft with the height advantage and tips it back to Henderson. I'm joined here in the sports broadcast booth with Jason Swenson, our color commentator tonight. Here's a quick pass to Croft, who banks it off the right window, in and out, and the defensive rebound back over to Aberdeen. Working down the floor near side in front of the media table, driving baseline and retreating. Long hair for Adalia Rowland, the senior. I'm jealous of it. I really, truly am. It is a long pony. Here she is. Far side gives up to her teammate as Aberdeen facing man-to-man defense against West Side. Nelson riding the backside of Adamson, and Adamson will drive to the bucket and catch Henderson for the blocking foul.
Yeah, great ball movement there. And great effort trying to create a play.
Right now it looks as though that Aberdeen has got a lot of energy. They've got something to prove. It's West Side and Aberdeen currently sitting at 4th and 5th in the district standings right now. Here's the second shot, both missed by Adamson, 0 for 2 from the line, and we still have yet to have a score. 30 seconds here into the ball game of the first quarter, brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area of Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Kundick driving into the key, kick out to the left side wing for Nelson for 3. Launches long, will go off the window. Ball up for grabs inside the key. Taylor trying to wrestle it away from Rowland, and we've got a jump ball call. Quick inbound from Esquivius back to Rowland, who takes it across the half-court line, launches long from just outside the perimeter straight away, airmails it, and is rebounded by Westside. The quick pass from Henderson looking for Kundick under the basket, goes in and out of her fingertips and out the baseline.
It was a good effort trying to create a quick play like that, get some points on the board.
You know, fast break points are going to be key tonight. You're going to try and get quick and easy buckets against Aberdeen, who have come out with a lot of energy here. Caught up in the far side corner, number 21, Brown.
Good steal attempt.
A good pop in there to try and get the ball away. Another attempt here is Henderson stealing it at half court, and the layup is up and good with the right hand.
That's a great way to create a play right there.
Good heads-up play by Henderson to be able to track that thing down, go the length of the floor, scoop it up with the right hand. West Side on the board, up 2-0 against Aberdeen with 1:30 off the clock here in the first. Another steal inside as Kundick reaches around Rowland, strips that one out and away. Henderson inside the three-point line on the right side, tipped around and taken back by Aberdeen. Rowland with a whole head of steam, one-on-one versus Kundick, and Kundick will go over the top and foul Rowland on the backside.
This is a tremendous ball play so far. A lot of back and forth.
A lot of energy you can definitely feel out on the floor. Like these girls have been amped, waiting to play for a long while. The JV game was exactly like that as well. Here comes the inbound for the Tigers, looking for somebody open, trying to seal off the defender inside. Here's another steal. Henderson almost had it in her hands, couldn't quite bring it down. Rowland comes in, and another foul for Westside. And Jason, it's going to be difficult to keep your star players out on the floor if you give up those easy fouls.
You got to watch these. You got to watch these fouls. This is critical.
Inbound coming on the far side of the basket for Aberdeen, looking for the far side. Esquivius for 3. Yes,
great
drains
screen
it
to set up the play. Fantastic ball work there.
Aberdeen gets the off-ball screen, frees up Esquivius. She's able to drain it from the perimeter. Aberdeen up 3-2 in the early goings of the first quarter. Taylor, one-on-one at the top of the arc, has that one ball tipped away. Left elbow, quick pass to the far side baseline. Kundick holds her pose, misses the shot at the front of the arm. Another miss. Here comes the second effort and the rebound by Croft, trying to pad the stats there a little bit.
Yeah, getting a lot of those rebounds for the easy point under the basket.
Croft, it's very helpful when you have that height advantage.
Yes,
there.
it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Esquivius working up against the man-on-man coverage versus Huron. Nelson puts her arms in the way, deflects it out of bounds inside and into the student section for Aberdeen on the far side of the court.
This is Tigers ball.
Lady Tigers will hold on to it. They will inbound from the far sideline just in the front court. They'll lob it back to Rowland in the backcourt, who will work the dribble versus Kundick. The screen at the top to free up Rowland. Quick pass to the far side. Esquivius gives it back to Rowland, and another foul. Same type of play right there.
I understand everyone's passionate, fired up, but we got to watch these fouls. Things could turn bad really quick with this.
That is the 4th team foul against West Side, and 3 of the same type. It's trying to catch up to Roland, who's knifing into the lane there. And she just kind of catches everybody off guard. Everybody kind of fouls her. Here comes Esquavius working off the right side screen. Nobody open on the inbound. 5-second defensive violation, and the Pirates will get the ball back.
Fantastic defense there.
Olivia Jensen in the ball game for the first time. She comes off of an injury after hurting her foot earlier on in the winter time. It's the first time we've seen her for about a month. Here she is on the left side wing. One-step dribble, give it back to the far side corner. Taylor wanted to feed it inside. Nilsson was calling for it. Nobody open. Here's an awkward pass bouncing around off the foot of Nilsson. Still with the Pirates. Up and under move, and a kiss off the glass for Nilsson.
Fantastic playmaking there. Kept passing the ball, waiting for an opening.
Nelson gets on the board with her first points. Here comes a long pass to the near side of Squavius. Tigers working the half-court offense. Roland does not have her head on a swivel. It's a pass behind her, and it will be thrown out of bounds for the turnover. Now, Jason, we neglected to talk about this during the pregame show, but West Side kind of healthy for the first time in a while. For the first month of the season, they had everybody in there. The ball tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. It will retain possession with the Pirates. But now, Holly Croft is back. Harley Nilsson's back from illness, and Olivia Jensen back from injury. This is the first time the Pirates are kind of healthy.
I think it shows. I think you can feel the energy here. There is an excitement to this ball game. You see right here, very passionate, draws the foul.
Here comes a foul. It was kind of a hand battle. Hallie Taylor tried to kind of clear the lane with her left hand, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul.
You got to be careful.
A little bit of stellar stiff arm in football for sure, but can't do it in basketball. Roland flips it back in the backcourt for Esquavius. Here she is working the far side, tries to get freed up by the screen. Pass inwards, and another foul by West Side, reaching over the top. This one against Kenzie Bingham over Melanie Moreno, the senior.
You can tell they really want to get under the basket. They feel strongest in the paint.
Aberdeen, those inlet passes have not turned to points yet, but now here they are at the line for the double bonus after the 5 fouls given up by West Side in the early goings of this game. Under 4 minutes, 5 fouls given up. The first free throw missed by Moreno. Here she is at the line for the second. Shot is up. This one long. First one short, second one long. Rebound, Nilsson. Huron working the point guard position. Crosses back to the left side. Bingham flashes from beyond the perimeter. Nelson tries to call for it. Here's Huron. Step in. Thought about the 3 pump fake inside. And the bad pass just off the knee. And you're exactly right. That pass just a little bit low.
We have a jump ball here.
Tigers get on top of it. Huron. Quick inbound to Bingham. She'll take the quick shot from the inbounds near side. That'll bounce off the high iron. Ball still in play on the far side, and Jensen kind of shakes off her foot. You have a little bit of anxiousness when you come back from an ankle injury and then you come up a little bit shaky on that foot.
It's always a little nerve-wracking. You don't want to have your players push themselves too hard to get back onto the court and risk injuring themselves further.
Quick pass on the far side, entry key. Roland, the backdoor cut in and out of her fingers. It will stay with the Tigers after the deflection. On the near side of the basket, Croft will come in for Nelson. Both of these girls kind of working back into playing time minutes after being a little bit sick over Christmas break. Illness is no fun for anybody. Esquavius, quick pass inside to the right side, up and through. Mariana Rosales gets the deuce, and it's a 1-point deficit between these two teams. Haley Joe, chest pass to the far side, Nelson. Well, that's Jensen. Croft calling for it, keeps it alive, and it bounces off of the shin of Jensen, trying to save it from the back line, and will be given back over to the Tigers. Roland, hop skipping across the midcourt line. Intense pressure right as she crosses half court, gets the screen to free herself up, and now Jensen back in the chair guarding well. Roland, backdoor cut, and then she is fouled going to the bucket by Jensen. close call, but it looked like she raked her on the arm a little bit. We're going to have more free throws coming up.
It's looking like this might be the story of the game so far.
Aberdeen flowing to the basket hard. West Side trying to be intense on defense, but giving up fouls. Here is Roland. Free throws up and good, and we are tied up at 6. And you're going to have a couple of the girls in foul trouble at this rate. Everybody comes back, everybody's healthy, but they might not have a whole lot of time out on the floor if they're having multiple fouls to their name. Aberdeen takes the lead, 2 for 2 at the free throw line for Roland. Here's Coach Huser calling out the offensive set. Huron at the 10-foot line, give it to Jensen, just to her left. One dribble hop, inside feed to Croft, kick out for Haley Joe on the baseline. Driving inside the key, scoop, shot, no good, but a foul on the opposite court. So now we get some free throws at the opposite end. And hopefully Westside able to cash in.
Yeah.
That was a good find by Croft. Gets it inside the key. Everybody kind of sucks down on her, and then she gives it right back out to Haley Joe, who drives in. That could be a key tonight in terms of points. Here's the first shot for Haley Joe. Deep squat, and that one drops into the bucket. Ties the ball game back up at 7.
And you're right, drawing in that defense to then create a play, that's beautiful strategy.
Here's the second shot at the free throw line for Haley Joe, and she rattles off the right side, misses it, and it is rebounded by Aberdeen using the big arms. Adamson cleans it off the glass and gives it back to her point guard, Roland. Double screen at the top of the half-court line, frees up Roland. Ball will work to the near side. Long three by Adamson, off the window, and the bank is open, Jason, at 7:30 at night here in Aberdeen.
That's right. We have ourselves a good old-fashioned ball game.
Here comes the floater, driving the baseline. Haley Joe bounces it off the back iron, rims out, rebound, back to the Tigers. Here they go on the fast break. Pass off to Roland, who tries to hop step through the double team, give it back to the mid post, up and missed long by the newly substituted in Rosales. She had a nice field goal make inside the paint last time, but this one from a little bit farther out misses the mark. Quick substitution from Croft, and Jason, we see that Holly Croft goes in, has a very quick play time, and then she comes right back out. She's given everything she's got out on the floor.
That's right. It also speaks of maybe a strategy of keeping the defense on their toes. They don't, Westside, little contact there.
It's good to kind of know who is out on the floor. A little bit of a push call. Aberdeen gives up their second team foul. Westside will inbound. We're here in the first quarter, one possession game. Tigers up by 3 after the big three-point make by Adamson. That was a huge shot from her. Has her team up by 1 possession. Here is Bingham, quick pass into the middle. Nelson tried to get it up inside the key. Everybody collapses in on her. Fight for the ball.
Great defense.
And the timeout bails out the Tigers at the very end. Ball looked like it was going to go right into the hands of Westside there. We'll take our first timeout, brought to you by Northern Title here in Aberdeen in the Tiger Den. 3-point difference, Tigers 10, Westside 7. We'll be back right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Come the Tigers getting the inbound from their own side of the court quickly into their offense. Back up at the top, newly substituted Lauren Driscoll back into the ball game. We get into our live camera action. Roland dribbling around the defense, gets inside the key and double hops. That's going to be a travel violation on Roland. I like the way that she's very aggressive driving in. I think that if nothing else, you can count on somebody fouling her if she's that fast.
That's right. We've seen that time and time again. She is able to cut in and try and create a play.
Here's Nelson trying to give it back to her point guard. This is tipped and sent into the backcourt. Thought initially it might have been touched by Aberdeen. You could have thought that maybe the possession would have stayed with Westside, but they're going to say that it was not touched. And Aberdeen gives up the backcourt violation, giving it back to the Tigers. Rowland tossing it high into the right. Driscoll brings it down, gets past Bingham at the half-court line. Dribbling, and another blocking foul. You can see the coaches for Westside and even the players kind of put their arms up. They can tell that these fouls are going to be a problem. This is 8 fouls, I think, with 1 minute left to play in the first. That's a lot.
8 fouls in 1 quarter does not spell a happy picture right now.
Yes. Got to be able to keep that thing close to the vest, play a little bit more hands off, and stop reaching into the cookie jar a little bit here. Here is the free throw from Driscoll, and that will roll off the left side, no good. It's a 10-7 ball game. Aberdeen and Westside keeping it close, but the free throw opportunities could really spell the difference in this game. 0 for 2 for Driscoll on that one. Bingham will rip it down and work her way the entire way on the opposite side of the court. Jensen keeping it safe on her hip. Here's Westside working that offensive set. Flashing inside the paint is Nilsson. Nowhere really to go. Jab and kick out to Huron. Here's Bingham for 3. Liked the look. Goes off the front of the rim. No good rebound. Back to the Tigers. Rowland using a lead blocker to get some space going. Flips it off to her teammate, Chavaria. That's going to be a new one. That's going to be a hard one for me. Driscoll flashing far side. Inlet pass tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Tigers on the far side. Bounce pass inside the key, dangerous one, and ends up back into the arms of the Tigers. Driscoll launches from long range, and it will be short. Haley Joe smartly letting that thing go out on its own accord, not showing any extra effort.
No need to risk it.
No need to risk it. No need. Jensen and Huron. Back court.
We have 15 seconds left in this quarter.
That's right, 15 seconds left. Westside going to hold on probably for the last shot here. Bingham back to Huron. Knifing into the lane. Layup hard off the glass. No good. Rebound back to Driscoll. And we are going to go into the quarter break. It was a close one. We had a little bit of a hand battle going on there. It could have been another foul. That would have been 9 in a quarter for Westside. Jason, what have you seen so far in this one?
The story of the game so far is fouls. Westside needs to keep an eye on those fouls. This could spell disaster for them if they are not careful.
We'll keep an eye on that. Go into our first quarter break. Into the second quarter we will go. Brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. We'll be back right after this on 105.5 KACH.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and Westside activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Quickly back into the action here. Start of our second quarter. Aberdeen's leads 10-7. They are here on offense on the left side of the court. Stellar defense right now for Westside, trying to deny anything inside the paint, and there you go. That's good backing up and allowing that pass to come into a dangerous spot. Westside gets the steal and works to the opposite side of the court.
That is exactly what you're looking for in terms of a defensive position right there.
Nelson, kick out to Bingham just inside the arc. She'll take a dribble inside, and that one ripped around, and a lot of hands reaching in there, and I think we are going to get a reach-in foul against the Lady Tigers. Going to be assessed against Lexi Brown, the junior. And mind you, the only junior, I think, on the whole varsity squad. That's a ton of seniors we talked about for Aberdeen. Here comes the inbound. Looking for the far side. Jensen squares up for three, just a tad short. A race for the rebound in the opposite corner.
Defense collapsing on her.
Here comes the far side and the outlet to the Tigers. Esquivias, right-hand dribble, throws it up, gets past the defense of West Side, and the shot just a little bit short for Brown twice. Another scrum for the basketball, and we'll get a jump ball call. Huron and Roland trying to wrestle for it, and we get the possession arrow pointing the way of the Pirates. A little bit of a collective breath, 1 minute out of this second quarter. No points yet scored. Jensen has that ball tipped around and poked away. And another jump ball call. That was an incredibly quick jump ball call.
That was a very fast jump ball.
Looked like Roland was really poking and prodding in there, and our official said, hey, let's jump for it, I guess, and then gives the possession back over to Aberdeen.
Drive to the inside.
Brown going through.
Tough defense there.
It looks like West Side, showing a little bit better here. It's only been a minute and 20 seconds, but it seems like they're a little bit more hands-off. They're letting the ball go into places where they can make a play on it. Able to make a good, play on the ball without coming away with a foul. You want the possession, not the foul.
They're looking at more natural looks than trying to force things, and I think it's going to turn out well for them.
Taylor tries the quick pass to the far side. Good closeout on defense for Aberdeen. Here they come the opposite way. Euro step from Roland, and the reach-in foul by Nilsson. Not much you can do. That's a beautiful, footwork for the senior Roland going to the basket. She's rewarded with 2 free throws.
These free throws, they're going to add up.
Yeah, they are. They have already added up as already. I mean, that's been the difference in the ball game. Here's the first free throw from Roland, and it goes high into the rafters and right back down into the bucket. 11-7 after the free throw make from Roland.
Croft in for Bingham.
Good substitution here for West Side. Roland. Another high shot, and this one rims in and out. Rebound to Nelson. Here she is leading the charge the opposite way. Gives it to Taylor. Back to Nelson. This is a good look here off the glass. It's good passing leading to buckets there for West Side.
That's exactly what you want. Quick plays in and out.
Roland getting the screen at the top. Passes it down underneath. Jump ball call.
Another fast one.
I've noticed this, obviously this is the first time you're here with me in the sports broadcast booth, and we're glad you're here, Jason. But notice that in girls basketball especially, they are quick. A lot quicker, I feel like, to call the jump ball than in boys basketball. Don't know the reasoning behind that. Here's a quick pass to Croft inside. Almost able to get the easy bucket there.
Stays on West Side.
And Aberdeen rips it away and then steps on the baseline, gives it back over to the Pirates. 11-9 with 5:52 left here in the second. We'll give you an update on the time as we don't have our scoreboard clock working. Croft using her height, gets it up, and from 2 feet out just kind of, lays it into the bucket casually.
That height difference, that is key for her.
11-11, backdoor cut, and the baseball pass in and out of the arms. Couldn't hold on to it was Jackie Esquivias. And we've got ourselves a ball game here. Tied up at 11 with 5:39 here before halftime. Huron working the point guard spot. Almost lost the basketball, lobs it high to Taylor. Here's Croft calling for it again. Goes in between 3 different Tigers and lays it off the glass for the easy bucket.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. And that play works again.
Roland met at half court. Passes to Esquivias on the right side wing. Taylor right in her back pocket. Not letting her go anywhere. Bounce pass to give up a little bit more space, and the Tigers screening to get more room. Shot over the top of Croft, and that is a difficult one to get it over the 6'6" frame of Holly Croft. But the Tigers able to do it. We're on the baseline.
That footwork, that was beautiful there. That was exactly what the team needed to make that conversion.
Huron, jab step, retreats back to the top of the arc. Here's a inlet pass. Nilsson has to save it, flips it back into the arms of Esquavius, and the possession lost by Westside after the inlet pass. Here's the long three from Esquavius, back iron. She felt the heat check there. Goes into the arms of Westside as they work their way opposite on the court. Huron, body foul, stepping over, trying to get the charge call, but Adamson just a tad late, didn't quite establish herself in that regard, and it will be a foul against Aberdeen. Adamson's going to come out after that quick bump. She ran into, took it right in the chest. She seems to be okay, though. Driscoll in her stead. Taylor set up for three. Looks like it, just off to the left side. You know, in my mind, it looked like there was a green bar underneath her. It looked really good.
It did. That was a fantastic shot choice, just couldn't convert.
On the opposite end, a quick foul given up by Nelson. Haley Joe in for Olivia Jensen, and they're actually going to assess the foul to Hallie Taylor. That will be her second for Westside. Good closeout defense by Haley Joe, stepping in the way of the wraparound pass. Now we'll just flop sides of the court. Now on the near side baseline to inbound for the Tigers. Second quarter action coming to you. We're about halfway through the second quarter, brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Here comes a steal by Huron, taking it away from Aberdeen. Wolf call behind her, slows it back up, pass it off to Nelson, and her shot wedgied in between the glass and the iron. No good on the fast break opportunity. Driscoll giving it a roll in left side, and her shot will not count. Had a good argument that maybe perhaps she was fouled, but she kind of jumped, brought the ball back down, and then went up with again. That's a walk.
Yep. Not happy with the call, but I think it was the correct one this time.
Huron. Telegraphed pass is a hair too late. It's tipped out of bounds. Stays with Westside on the far sideline. Inbound. Haley Joe will just flip it back to her point guard. So a little bit more equal. I mean, it's only a 3-point difference. Here comes the acrobatic floater inside the key for Haley Joe. It will bounce in and out. Back over to the Tigers, who try to go quickly the opposite side, and the foul, reach in across.
I like the hustle, the quick playmaking, trying to catch the defense off guard.
This is Esli Chaveria. Her first trip to the free throw line. Flanked on either side in the middle block by Moreno and Rosales. First free throw up and back iron. Shoots right back out. Hits that perfect sweet spot where it just boink. Pops right out. Second one coming up for Chaveria, and that will go 0 for 2. Rebound Nilsson. She's been great on the boards tonight. Westside quickly down the opposite way. Nilsson has that one bounce off of her knee, goes right into the arms of Rosales. Here she is, weaving her way into the lane, and another foul for Westside. Did really well the first part of the quarter, and now they're starting to reach back in there a little bit. Yeah. This is going to be the fourth team foul on Westside.
Again, it's the same thing we've been saying. You got to slow it down for a second. You got to watch your movement.
Look at a timeout called by Aberdeen. We'll take the break. That's the third foul on Hallie Taylor. We'll bring you back into the action right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network. Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Welcome back here into the final minutes of the second quarter, brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. West Side and Aberdeen all notched up at 13. We've got a dogfight here between a Pirate and a Tiger on a Thursday night.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, that is a dangerous thing.
I feel in danger.
Here we go. More action coming to you live and inbound here for Aberdeen on the far side, pointing to where she wants Rowland to go. She grabs it, flows inside the key, giving it back for three. Long shot for Esquivias off the back iron. And a quick jump ball call. I think both sides have really said, wow, that's really fast.
Yes. Aggressive on these rebounds, too. Each team wants that ball.
Esquivias will inbound, give it to Rowland. She'll square up for three. Long launch, front of the rim, no good. Bingham able to track it down in the far corner. Here comes a little bit more man pressure look by Aberdeen. They're trying to force the issue and cause some more turnovers. And that's the trade-off that you get. Reaching in, giving up the foul, reach in is Esli Chaveria. 2:59 left here in the second before halftime. We'll see who goes into the halftime break with momentum. Haley Joe trying to screen at the top of the arc, free up her point guard. Here comes the offensive set. Bingham flowing up from the right side wing, extended. Going across the screens, shot is up, back iron. Looked good, just didn't go in. That's another one of those shots that just looks good, but just didn't go for West Side on that offensive possession. Esquivias, guarded by her number counterpart. Bingham, tough shot on the baseline, just inside the corner, and that is good. Full court press shown by Aberdeen, and Coach Huser wants to talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take the break, come back right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Welcome back here into the action as Westside has possession of the basketball. They work the half-court offense, wrapping around the top of the horn. Haley Joe, give it to Huron, right side lob, and that one looked a little out of rhythm there for Huron, who just lobs it up with the right hand. Aberdeen has it and then travels with it on the opposite side of the court. A little bit too fast. Brain moving faster than your feet, I guess. That's what
That's
happens.
right.
Jensen here to sub for Croft. Holly Croft comes off the sideline and onto the bench with a plethora of high fives from her coaches and teammates. 2 minutes remaining here before halftime. It's been a back and forth battle. The difference in the ballgame, a really quality shot from Esquivias on the baseline. Jensen, free throw line extended near, and a reach-in foul by Esquivias. And it might come down to free throws at this rate. It really will.
That's what it's looking like.
That is the 5th team foul for Aberdeen. Here comes our officials having to make sure that we get the math right here for how many team fouls are going. Here comes Olivia Jensen. Possibility to tie the ball game. First free throw, in and out, no good. Remains 15-13. She can cut it down to a 1-point deficit if she can go 50% at the line here. Second shot, this one looks long and is long. Rebound back to Harley Nilsson. She'll go off the glass, get her own rebound, and miss. And kick it back out to Jensen. Had a couple good looks inside. No cigar. Here's Haley Joe with the floater. This one too strong off the glass. And the reach-in foul. I think we're going to walk to the opposite end of the court to take free throws on the opposite side. Both teams in the double bonus right now.
It's been hard basketball so far.
It's kind of hard to get a flow, too. Like, it's hard to get flow in your game if there's so many whistles. And right now, I guess you're going to have to rely on the free throw shooting. Right now, both Westside and Aberdeen have been a little bit off from the free throw line as Rosales misses this one. So both teams really haven't been able to put it in from the free throw line either. Here comes the second one, up and good. Extends the lead to 3 for the Tigers. 90 seconds left before halftime. Huron probably could have got away with a double dribble on that side. The fans of Aberdeen had a pretty good look at it. They let the official know what they saw. Here's Jensen.
You have another,
Huron,
a steal.
And a steal from Aberdeen at the half-court line. Esquavius hit from that spot before, decides to retreat and pull it back out. Rowland smartly taking some time off the clock. Here she is launching for 3, and this one off to the left, no good.
She was looking to make a big play there, a big statement coming into halftime.
That's right. Now Westside with 56 seconds left. They need some type of big play to keep momentum with them. And the half-court, or rather the full-court defense by Aberdeen has caused some issues for Westside. Huron goes into the body of Melanie Moreno. She'll go to the line for 2 on the shot foul. Hard to get chemistry, hard to get a flow really going in this type of ball game. It's going to come down to really who's going to make the most free throws. And right now, Aberdeen's winning that battle as Westside misses the first 1 of 2 by Lucy Huron.
Has a chance to bring it to 2. 50 seconds left in the ball game.
Still a 1-possession game. This to cut it down to 2, and there she goes. 16-14. Settling in. And a reset. Aberdeen tossing it to Rowland. A good screen and some space. Knifing into the key, going right at Croft. And the foul. Reaching on the arm. And it makes me worry every time Olivia Jensen gets up and shakes that foot. It's difficult, I'd imagine, to come back from an injury like that after a fracture. I believe it was a hairline fracture in her ankle.
Yeah, those are no joke.
Yeah, that's not fun. Here comes 2 free throw shots for Rowland. Long bomb high in the air. Goes right down into the bucket, 17-14.
This is what's so dangerous, these free points.
Yeah, with no time going off the clock either. That's the hard part. Here's the second one. High off the back iron. Bingham tracks it down on the long rebound. Pulls it back down. West side. A little bit of a difference between shot clock and game clock here. About 15 seconds or so. Maybe make that 10 seconds. Huron, inlet pass to Bingham. Makes a good move inside the paint. Goes up with the left hand, misses it. Croft tries to clean it up, and that one hangs on the back of the rim and won't go. Rosales, 18 seconds left before halftime. Give it to Rowland, up and underneath, right in front of the three-point line, launches, and it'll go off the back iron. 8 seconds left. Westside got to come up with a good look here with 5 seconds remaining. Huron goes up and is fouled. That's probably the best thing that you could do in the little time that you had right there.
2.4 seconds remaining, and we head to the line.
17-14. So Westside can cut it down to 1 if they're perfect at the line here. Huron just barely went to the line, went 1 for 2. About 45 seconds in game time ago. Here she is, knocking it down on the first one. 17-15 in favor of Aberdeen. One more shot coming up for Lucy Huron. Deep squat, good look, bounces around and in. There you go, 2 for 2. That's what you're going to need going forward. Rowland, half court heave, no. She's going to eat it before the shot can go off, and we go into halftime with a 1-point difference between these two teams. 17-16, Aberdeen out in front of the Westside Lady Pirates. We'll take the break, come back to you with the Puppy Steps Training halftime show right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
the greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You. Not just a name, but a commitment. Craving sweets or just looking for a place to catch up with friends? Head to the Preston Candy Shop on Main Street here in Preston. We've got candy, ice cream, and a cool hangout spot all rolled into one. Come visit us today for a sugar rush and good times. 27 North State Street in Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and Westside activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
We welcome you into the halftime show today, brought to you by Puppy Steps Training, the world-class board and training facility in Lewiston, Utah, for your furry friend. Since 2013, Brad Phillips invites you to go on in and check out his website at puppystepstraining.com to determine what he can do to help your furry friend become the best that they can be. I'm joined here in the sports broadcast booth with all-around superstar, guest commentator, Jason Swenson. Jason, we've been able to kind of dissect and have a whole half of basketball here. We've got a close game, 17-16, with Aberdeen out by 1 point on top. It's been two different types of basketball, and Westside's going with some challenges into the second half. You know, what are those challenges that you've seen?
I mean, the obvious and biggest story here is, of course, the fouling. Fouls have played a tremendous part of this ballgame so far. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous on both sides. You see them starting to rack up. On top of that, this is a very, very fast ball game. They are sprinting down both sides of the court. Both these teams are pushing themselves to their limits here.
It's been fun to kind of watch these girls go so hard in the paint, and that's the pun is intended there, I guess. But the biggest key, I think we can talk about keys to the game maybe after the break, but right now what we're seeing, no one team has gone out in front, no one team has dominated, and they've left a lot of points out onto the floor. It's really going to come down to who's going to make your free throws if this type of game continues, right?
That's right. On top of that, you're starting to feel a little bit of pressure on these players. You're starting to see them tightened up in their bodies. You see them getting a little frustrated with the ball play right now. It's a game of composure right now for these teams.
Yeah, we're going to see who's going to come out first. Both Aberdeen and Westside have made some pretty impressive shots. Only one 3-point make for Aberdeen, but it was a big one that put them out by 10 at the end of the first quarter. I've been really impressed, specifically with Aberdeen's number 20, Adalia Rowland. She's had the ball in her hands a lot. She seems very comfortable with it, and one of the few on Aberdeen that, is like, hey, send the pressure my way. I'll handle whatever you can send at me right now.
That's right. She's a key ball player right now for this team, and it shows. It shows. You're saying her name constantly. It's coming up over and over and over again on the broadcast, and it's because she's a tremendous ball player. Right now, why change?
Yeah.
It seemed to be working.
That will probably be the key for Aberdeen going into it for Westside. I think that if you can find a way to feed Holly Croft inside, to get her the ball where she can hold it above everybody else's head, that's the sweet spot. That's what we want for Westside to come away with a victory here as well. We'll take the break, come back to you with our stats, and get ready for the start of the third quarter coming up in just a moment's time on the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Show. We'll be back on 105.5 KACH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
We welcome you back here into the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Show. We get ready for more action, but halftime break, we had a little bit of off-camera action. Gunnar Henderson, my man, whether he earned it or not, coming up clutch, participated in the Aberdeen little shootout onto the floor and has provided the poor broadcasters of KACH with a whole bag of Chester's Flamin' Hot flavored fries. Shout out to Gunnar Henderson. The dude's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, key player, I would say right now.
Like right now, he is a key player.
During this halftime, I would say he's the star.
Star of the halftime show, Gunnar Henderson, as we get back into it. Let's talk about some statistics. We have shorthand stats for you, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, the leader in terms of points for Westside. You take a look, and it's kind of been an equal distribution. Holly Croft has gotten in on the action, as well as Harling Nilsson. They kind of lead in terms of the forward position, each having 4 points to their name. That makes up half of the offensive production for Westside. As for the Tigers, it's been Esquavius and Rowland that's kind of been leading the way, both at the free throw line and from the floor. They are going to be keys moving forward as well. I'm joined here with Jason Swenson here in the booth. We're about 30 seconds away from the start of our third quarter. If you could give one key to the game for Westside to come away with a victory here, what would it be?
Got to push inside.
Got to push it.
Use that height advantage.
It's going to be the key. And obviously when we talk about height advantage, out on the floor, Holly Croft is going to be out there. You know, it's a key, and they're probably expecting it. But if you can get that feed to Holly Croft near her forehead, it's so far away from everybody else. That's, you know, she's just easy to make the bucket. Here comes Westside starting things off here in the start of our third quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Henderson hop-skipping across the half-court line, passing it off to Nelson from the right elbow. That was pretty.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful playmaking right there.
A little bit of a pick and pop, you know, pick and roll type of action, all alone for three on the opposite end. And Aberdeen says, hey, hold the phone. I can make some big shots too. That's a big three-point shot by Lexi Brown.
Huge response.
20-19, Croft getting the feed up into the top and one play. Kundick finds Croft. She gets raked on the arm, makes the bucket, the foul, and one.
These teams are coming out, keeping hold of that momentum.
Both teams wanting to see, you know, who wants it in this one. Both Croft and Nelson, who kind of led the way that we talked about in terms of stats for Westside. They're the first ones to score here in the top of the third quarter. Here's Croft, deep squat, free throw, up and off the back iron, no good, and we get a quick whistle. And we get a lane violation against the Tigers, so it doesn't happen very often, but you get a mulligan and a redo here if you're Holly Croft.
Chance to pull ahead.
There we go. This is it for the lead. West Side shot is up off the glass, and this one off the left as well. Rolls into the arms of Jensen. Fortunate, a long rebound goes back into the arms of West Side. Here is Kundick pumping once, driving the lane, right hand layup, and everything but the score. It was just too pretty.
That would have been perfect for this offense.
20-20, tied up, both teams. Here comes Brown, made the three-point shot last time, poking and prodding, driving in, throws it high off the glass, and that one goes off the back iron. Nelson on a dot and a line, goes up towards the basket, misses the layup, and the obvious foul by Lauren Driscoll to make sure that the easy points were not given up by Aberdeen.
This is one of those times, you know, you might have to do what you have to do. Giving up easy points like that, maybe just as bad as free throws.
Basically the Jordan rules here for for Harley Nelson. Can't let anything easy through, so here she is at the free throw line. Rolls. Man, 3/4 of the way into the bucket and then pops out. That's been a few times for Westside today. We've got a tight ball game with 6:56 left here in the third. Second shot for Nilsson, this for the lead. Takes her time, drops it into the bucket for the 1-point lead for Westside, 21-20. Roland, I apologize. I've been adding a D to her name. Roland to Esquavius, right side, gets a screen, goes back towards the screen, freed up just inside the arc. The long 2-point shot goes out the baseline, stays, will go to West Side. Smart move by Olivia Jensen to just kind of usher that thing out the baseline without touching it, so you get the easy possession there. Tommy Henderson back in the ball game. She gave up a few fouls, and she's going to be needed here. Here's a great pass for Croft, everything but would have come down with it on the left side block and would have had an easy turnaround shot. It goes in and out of her fingertips for the turnover. Roland, cross half court, laser beam pass to Brown on the left side, crosses over inside the arc. Give it up to Driscoll. Driscoll trying to screen it up. Half-court violation as it goes off of Driscoll. Just kind of lost the handles on it. Westside gets possession. Here goes Westside from the half-court line. Tommy Henderson. To Nilsson inside the paint, just at the free throw line. Hard brick off the side. Brown running the floor, and it is good block at the top by Kundick, but the body is what the referee probably saw going into Brown as she goes up for the layup attempt. 2 free throws coming up for Aberdeen. Lexi Brown, lone junior, her shot from the charity stripe will ricochet out. 0 for 1. Lucy Huron coming back in for Kundick. She's got 3 personal fouls, and she'll take a quick breather on the bench. Only 5 fouls to give. You can't take any of them home. You might as well use them out on the floor. 0 for 2 for Brown as the rebound is collected by Croft. Here she is, giving up the outlet to Henderson. Now Huron. Half-court offense. Croft. Ball goes just in and out of her hands. But, Jason, you can tell that they were listening to our broadcast because the focus point for the offense of Westside has been trying to feed it into Holly Croft inside the paint.
That's right. I don't know if they're taking notes from us, but hopefully it'll pay off.
Hopefully it pays off. Rebound off the long, 3-point miss. Westside coming down in the lane, knifing in. Henderson goes off the glass and out. No good on the layup attempt. Jensen sticks her right foot in the passing lane and kicks it out of bounds. Will go underneath the basket for Aberdeen. They'll take it. Croft will come out to take a quick breather. And now with Croft out of the game, you would probably look to Nelson now as kind of your primary shot goer, trying to get this thing inside the paint. Tigers with 5:15 left here in the third. Lob past the baseline, step inside. The mid-range perimeter. Rowland retreats back out, gets some space. Aberdeen slow and methodical passing from beyond the perimeter. Huron, hand check. Had her forehead right into the chest of Lexi Brown. And she'll get called for the foul. Second team foul of the third quarter. Second on Huron. Rowland. Driving the baseline, throws it off the glass, rebound back over to the Tigers. No harm, no foul. You get the possession back. Here she is, lobbing it up, and they miss a collection on the rebound. And Tommy Henderson not happy that she's going to get called for the foul there. That will be Henderson's third personal foul. Thought that she came out on the other side clean, but here's the 2 shots for Esquivias. First one off the miss. Henderson comes out on the substitution. She'll have to sit for a little bit more time, trying to protect herself from those fouls. Esquivias goes 1 for 2. We're back, notched up at 21.
Neither team can pull ahead.
Huron, left elbow, reaching in is the Tigers. Give it to Bingham near side, spins. And the foul by Driscoll. And these teams could not be more evenly matched. I mean, they give up the same amount.
It is a physical ball game right now.
It is very physical.
Oh, and a make.
Here's Haley Joe throwing it up and in on the left side block off the inbound. Had a little bit of a distraction because I just drew all over my pants with my pen. Classic move. Here's the 3 ball, trying to answer it. It goes off the ricochet. Jensen takes it. Outlets it back, and she'll get called for the travel.
Not happy with that call.
Drug the toe. The toe betrayed her. Inbound coming up for the Tigers on the near side of the basket, screening up for Rowland. Backdoor. Pulling it back out is Driscoll. Had an open look initially. Retreats to set up the offense. Miscommunication by Rowland. And her intended receiver, Esquivias, on the right side wing, it will go right past her hip and out of bounds, kind of behind her on the pass.
Quick sub in for the Tigers.
Haley Joe giving it off to her point guard in front of the Aberdeen bench. Jensen on the left side wing, keeping it high. Feed to Nelson, kick out back to Haley Joe. Good work by Westside to get some open looks. And a tough hook shot by Harley Nelson rolls in with a favorable, that's a shooter's touch right there, I like to say.
That is. They are fighting for every point out here.
Backdoor by Esquivias. Rowland and Esquivias have not been able to connect on the last 2 possessions for Aberdeen. This one also behind her. It goes off of her fingertips and out of bounds. It's a chance here for Westside to take that momentum and balloon this lead a little bit, but not so. Esquavia steps in front of Jensen, takes it the opposite length of the court, and is fouled on the backside going up for the layup.
Explosive movement there. Really, really rushing to the basket.
Both teams, it just feels like they go so fast. So fast.
This is such an incredibly quick ball game.
It's kind of it's surprising, isn't it?
Yeah.
How fast these girls want to go right now. Here's Esquavius. Hits the first free throw. Back to 25-22 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Three bounces off the hardwood. Esquavius set back into her squat, throws it up, and she goes perfect from the line. Cuts it down to a 2-point game here. Kieran telegraphs a pass to Bingham, and Aberdeen able to read it perfectly. Bounces it off of a Lady Pirate, and they'll take the possession back in front of the West Side bench. Rowland spinning off of her left foot, gives it to the opposite side of the key, off the glass, and that one's short by Rosales. Long lob up into the arms of Nilsson off the ricochet. She goes up and gets it to go. That's a great pass and a great score. Let's go ahead and check it back out on the instant replay here. Long lob and the quick layup on the opposite end by Harley Nilsson. And a foul on the opposite end. So that's just kind of been the name of the game, the ball game here. This is going to be, I believe, the 5th team foul by Westside in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes left.
An improvement from the 1st quarter, though.
That is true. That is true. That's going to be the 4th personal foul on Jensen. Looks like Hallie Taylor will come in for her. At the line, Esli Chaveria rolls in the first free throw. 27-24. Jensen will come out, trying to protect her last foul to give in the ball game. Chaveria. Second shot, up and good. Back to 2. 27-25. Huron. Across the length of the court, from right to left on your radio dial. This is a little bit more methodical, patient offense. Taylor, give it to Bingham, near side. Ball tipped around. Will stay with the Pirates, luckily. They're going to say it will bounce off of Rowland. And the side out of bounds for the Pirates in front of their own bench. Huron. Fake it to the left, go inside to Nilsson, who will bounce it out on the baseline for Haley Joe, and she will get the hand check foul there.
You can see they really want to push this inside.
They do, and I think it's the right thing to do. I think that's where the most points have come from, and you want to go easy. Inbound for Bingham. Long 3 for Huron, and that's just a tad short. High rebound ripped away by the Tigers. Esquavius tries to throw it down the floor. Has that one tipped, gets her own deflection. Flips it back to her teammate Rosales. Ball up for grabs, kicked around at midcourt. And it looks like Westside is going to get the ball back after the kick from Aberdeen. Nelson will come out. She's played a good chunk of the 3rd quarter. It seems like this 3rd quarter taking a little bit longer than maybe the other quarters have. 27-25. Croft over the top of the defender. Moreno on the far side block. Gets it to go off the glass, and that's what you want. That's the well that you got to keep going back to right there. Esquavius, one-on-one versus Huron. Crosses over to the left side to the top of the arc. Now works back to the wing. Step in for 3. No look. Just shot it up. Goes off the back iron. Gets her own rebound. Feeds it into Rowland. Triple team, spinning into the lane, throwing it up off the glass, and the off-balance shot just inches away from going in, but no dice. Huron Awkward shot saved by Bingham. What a great save. And the hustle play by Kenzie Bingham to keep the ball in the arms of the Pirates. She's going to take the long baseline shot. It's good. 31-25. Trying to match it on the opposite end. This one too long. Rowland rips the offensive rebound down and misses her putback after her shot.
You can feel there's something in the air.
This is a little bit of a momentum shift here in favor of the Pirates. Here's Croft again against Moreno. Shot just short. Esquivius crossing back into the lane, taking it the opposite way, the distance. And that might have been touched by the Pirates, but they're going to give it to Westside after the contact and missed shot by Rosales in the middle of the key.
Just 1 minute left in this quarter, and you can feel there's momentum here.
Trying to build on that momentum with 28 seconds on the shot clock. Bingham guarded one-on-one versus Cheveria. Spins off of her defense, give it inside to Haley Joe. She's got an open look, yes. Left elbow shot, and here come the Pirates. Up 33-25 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Hallie Taylor knew that she was guilty from the moment the whistle went. She just reached inside, got caught reaching, and Harley Nilsson might have to come in for her. That's going to be the fourth on Taylor, who's, this whole season has been a stellar foundational player for the Westside Pirates defensively, and it's tough when you have 4 fouls. You got to protect it.
This feels like the first time in a couple of minutes where people can catch their breath for a second.
Rolling. Automatic from the line. She's been really good so far in this game. Hits the first of 2 free throws, 33-26.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. Second trip here. High shot, front of the iron. And the lane violation. So we had one on this end. Now Westside gives up the lane violation on the other end. We get the redo. And I don't want to give Rowland second chances at the line.
No, this is dangerous.
Especially since she missed the last one. Here's her redemption shot, and wouldn't you know, it goes in. So that's an extra point that you might have to keep an eye on if things get dicey in the fourth quarter that was given up there. Here's the turnover on the bad pass by Huron. Has to try and stop her defender. And it actually, it works well. Steps in front of the ball carrier in front of the media table, and Brown carries with it high near her shoulder. So 16 seconds left here in the third quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Here in crossing the timeline, lobs it high for Croft, uses her height, sets up, and gets it to go right where she wanted to from about 2.5 feet away on the block, 35-27. Rosales, nowhere to go, was met with a wall of Westside defenders, and we go into the fourth quarter, Westside up by 8, 35-27. We'll come back right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
Papa J's world headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Welcome into the start of the fourth quarter, brought to you by Papa J's Beef Jerky and Deli out of Clifton, Idaho. West Side gets the steal on one end, and Henderson just a half step extra going to the bucket, trying to make something happen. Just a little bit too short. Holly, and out on the floor, it is Croft, Henderson, Nilsson, Haley Joe, and Miley Kundick.
Croft able to knock that ball askew, leads to it being out of bounds.
Good hands, good defense, good getting in the passing lanes for Holly Croft. Here comes the wraparound pass to the opposite end. Croft using her height to affect the shot, the rebound, and the miss by Aberdeen steals it back away from the Pirates. Got to get back on a defense here. And the tough shot and the foul working through the contact against Haley Joe. Number 24, Callie Adamson. Been quiet. She had a couple buckets in the first half, but here she is now in the fourth trying to make her presence known for the Tigers.
You feel that tenacity for those Tigers, that ball play. That was crucial, fighting for that rebound again, taking it back, leading to the foul.
Not giving up, absolutely. Here's Adamson, and it leads to points. She hits the first free throw as it dances on the front, back, and in. 35-28 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is crunch time. Who wants it more? Back iron, rebound by Croft. Throws it dangerously near Rowland, who almost steals it away. Give it to Henderson. She's working with 3 fouls here in the fourth quarter. A lot of these girls working with either 3 or 4 fouls. Henderson working across the screen, back into the lane, and a couple different Tigers. Good wrap up.
They were not letting her get anything for free.
No, they were not. Messed up the ponytail. We got to fix that. Get back into it here. Inbound, Miley Kundick looking for somebody. Lobs it over the top. Nilsson tracks it down just before the half-court line. Throws it into the key. Oh, what a pass from Kundick to Croft. Off of both toes in midair, finds her teammate inside the key all alone. And it looks like, and feels like, the Pirates are a little bit in the driver's seat right now. Rowland hesitates, gives it inside, kick out to Brown, long three-point shot off to the left side, grabbed by Henderson. She's going to turn on the Jets and work to the opposite side of the court, right into the middle of the lane, give it to Nilsson. Now to Croft, long shot for Croft, no good. Kundick in the right area for the offensive rebound and the putback. Biggest lead of the night for the Pirates at 11, 39-28 with 5:55 left in the fourth.
You can hear it in the crowd. The excitement is building.
Esquavius, give it in underneath. The knifing to the basket move by Adamson, no good. Haley Joe able to stop on a dime, keep the possession back from a couple different Tiger defenders. Here's Henderson skying into the lane, getting the jump man logo look. Scoops it up with the right hand, and here we go. The Pirates firmly in possession now. We're going to get a timeout by Aberdeen. Head coach Andrew Jolly. And Jason, what's been the difference here in this second half for the Pirates?
You know, it's momentum. They have not stopped. They have not let their foot off the gas pedal, and it shows. Momentum is a hugely underrated aspect of basketball, where you can feel it. You can feel it in the air when you're on the court.
You can even feel it, synthetically in a video game. That's how they've all of you, my gamers out there, know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's how integral this thing is to basketball. It's something unspoken, but everyone here can feel it.
Well, right now, Westside goes into the into the break here, brought to you by Magnolia Road, Magnolia Road, the women's boutique store in downtown Preston. if you're Coach Huser in this situation, you have the lead by 13, up 41-28. What are you telling the girls right now?
For me, I would tell them slow down a little bit. We've built up a lead. We got to watch these fouls.
You want to continue to push it and be aggressive, but not push it to the point where we're having to pull people off the court.
Exactly.
From fouls.
Exactly.
Back into the action here with 5:20 left in regulation. Make sure that you remain with us for the Ralph's Construction postgame show. We are deep into the fourth quarter, brought to you by Papa J's Beef Jerky and Deli. Here's another knife to the basket for Callie Adamson, and she is rejected by the bottom of the rim. And they're going to give the foul to Bingham, I believe. Oh, actually, no foul, just a jump ball call.
Refs seem to be debating there for a second.
They were. They had to discuss amongst one another. Now we get the foul. That one's pretty hard to dispute. Miley Kundick reaches over in a top, slaps both forearms, and Olivia Jensen's going to have to come in for her. That's 4 for Miley. All these girls working on the fringes of fouling out right now. Quick inlet pass, and the shot off the back iron, no good. Driscoll lost the handles on it after she gets the offensive rebound, and it helplessly rolls out of bounds off of her hands. Good look, just didn't get the bucket there for Aberdeen.
Yeah, it was a good inbound pass. Everything was in motion, just couldn't connect.
Here's Henderson getting a screen for Nilsson. Stopped and cleared, and the lob inside the key, just out of the outstretched fingertips underneath the basket, intended for Nilsson. It will be a turnover. Back over to the Tigers. 5 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. Tough shot, a lot of contact, and Haley Joe goes down onto the floor. Jensen with a lead pass all alone on the left side wing, and they're going to slow it back down. I think that's the right choice. Nilsson knifing to the basket on the right side. Push shot won't go, gets her own rebound.
Ooh. Hard foul there.
And it was. Driscoll reaches in, gets Harley Nilsson on the arm, and accusations of flopping on the floor. But, you know, out of all the ones, I don't think that was the one to be calling it. But I think Harley took that one hard to the chest. She's a beast. I wouldn't want to take on Harley Nelson.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous. I've compared her very much to the Dennis Rodman of West Side. She gets those rebounds. She's tough inside. Steal an opposite run, West Coast, coast-to-coast layup for Aberdeen. They're back to 11, within 11 of West Side. Henderson shakes off her defender, give it to Bingham on the left elbow. Takes a couple steps inside, misses the shot from 15 feet. And here's Jensen playing free safety in front of the media table. Steals it back for the Pirates. Reward her for the opportunity. And timeout called by Coach Huser.
Just 1 second too early.
1 second too early. He calls the timeout, and Harley Nelson drained the free throw jumper. 30 seconds. We'll take the break, come back right after this on 105.5 KCH. When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
All right, welcome back into the fourth quarter, brought to you by Papa J's Beef Jerky and Deli out of Clifton, Idaho. That's world-class jerky, small town USA. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the ballgame. West Side up by 11. Henderson gets the inbound on the far side, wing extended. Pulling it back out, then knifing outside of the key. She wants it all, and the attempt short off the rim. Henderson comes up. Thought she was a little bit gimpy at first, but she played it off and runs back on defense. Here's the Tigers needing some points, and quickly with only 4 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. They get a quick pass to Adamson, who launches long. She's had a couple opportunities, has not been able to cash in from the short game. Henderson hesitates, pops, works it down the far baseline, and has that ball poked out from behind and out of bounds. Haley Joe's going to come on out. Huron comes in. Henderson gives the ball over to Jensen to inbound for the Pirates on the far side of the basket. Motions. Nelson calls for it, spins back towards the basket. And she's going to get fouled before the shot. I like the way that a lot of these girls have played tonight, especially Harley Nelson. When it's come to points, I believe she leads the team. And she's done it all really from inside. She's had a couple tough shots from the mid-range game. Been a key to this team. Most definitely a candidate for our most valuable player of this game. Here comes Aberdeen the opposite way after the miss off the back iron for West Side. Rolling, trying to shake off her defender, Lucy Huron, playing some great defense. There's Adamson, finally gets that one to go. And don't look now, but Aberdeen cutting it a little bit closer with that and one make. Adamson cuts it down to 9. 41-32 and a free throw. A free throw to boot on top of it. Rimmed around, no good, and
they keep possession though.
Aberdeen comes in for the offensive possession. Nobody went to box out. Gives it back to the Tigers. Rolling, feed into the middle. Adamson cannot get that one to go. Henderson gets the outlet on the far side. She's got buckets on her mind, and the layup off the left side. Reverse for Bingham. And that's airmailed and airballed. 2:45 left in the middle of this fourth quarter. Adamson just chucks something up, hoping for something, and she's rewarded with the foul.
Drawing the foul. It works.
Holly Croft set to check back into the ballgame on the next substitution. So too will Miley Kundick. Full timeout by Coach Jolly and the Aberdeen Tigers. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this on 105.5 KCH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Welcome back here into the fourth quarter, brought to you by Papa Jay's Beef Jerky and Deli out of Clifton, Idaho. You know, what I wouldn't give for one of those wonderful sandwiches from Papa Jay's right now. Have you been to Papa Jay's?
I have.
You
it's
have?
delicious. It is.
No
yes.
way. I didn't know that you went to Papa Jay's.
I have. It's really good.
Dang, I thought I had him, everybody. I thought I had him in checkmate. I really did. Here comes the free throws coming up for Adamson. Her shot is good. And Jason, right now, Aberdeen's starting to cut into this lead a little bit. 41-33. It's an 8-point difference.
A lot of it coming from the line, though.
Second shot gets the friendly roll for Adamson. She's been the majority shareholder of points for Aberdeen in this fourth quarter. It's a close ball game, make no mistake about it, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Westside cannot afford to give the ball up. And there they do there, an inside feed stolen away by Esquavia. She's going to take the tough jumper. Oh, looked good. Offensive rebound and the foul given up again by the Pirates. Well, that momentum that we talked about in the fourth quarter kind of getting ripped back here by Aberdeen.
That's right. You can feel it. You can feel it start to switch sides. This is a dangerous place for the Pirates to be.
It's dangerous. Shot off the front of the rim and out for Rosales, so a little bit of a reprieve. You felt like everything was going to go in here for Aberdeen, at least from a momentum standpoint. Rosales again. Her shot off the back iron. Kundick gets the rebound. Throw it off to Henderson on the far side. Give it to Croft over the top of her head. Croft to Kundick on the far side. Those some, call it lucky, call it skillful passes, but either way, it ends up into the safety net arms of Westside. Here's a pass off the mark. Kundick couldn't hold on to it. Esquivius to Rosales in the corner. She'll drive the baseline to the bucket, and that is blocked, stripped away, and taken back by Kundick. Good play by Miley Kundick defensively. Henderson comes screaming up to the top. 1:40 remaining. Can the Pirates put this thing on ice? The shot for Croft. Yes, that has been the go-to all night. And you love to see that in the clutch time. 43-34, 9-point lead for the Pirates. Timeout again by Coach Jolly. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. That's a big bucket for Holly Croft.
That's huge. That is the momentum stopper that the Pirates were hoping for.
And now with 90 seconds left back in the ball game, 9 seconds remaining, you feel as though that maybe 9 points is a little bit too much. I mean, I say that in full confidence of that. I'm not. 9 points is a lot.
Don't want to jinx it.
It's been a low-scoring game. I mean, like, it would be unprecedented and out of character for what the game has been. But you think that 9 points, pretty solid to be sitting on with 90 seconds left here in the ball game.
Going into this timeout, probably feeling pretty confident. It has been an incredibly defensive game so far. So if they can keep that up, they might just secure this win.
Pirates will walk back out onto the floor, so too will the Tigers. Westside 87 seconds away from their first potential conference and district win. Excuse me, just district win. They've had some conference victories. And the pass from Aberdeen goes into a dangerous position. It's thrown backwards beyond the perimeter. Good night, Adamson. How can she keep her balance? She's able to do so. Holds it in front of her own bench. Nilsson reaches in, could have given up the foul there. You don't want to give a foul up. You've already, Aberdeen in the double bonus right now.
Got to give props to Adamson. That was an incredible.
It was athletic, for sure. Jump ball after the missed layup attempt. It goes to Westside, so 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining with possession. You expect the foul, I guess? I mean, you're reaching in, you only given up 3. Here's Huron tracking it down in her own corner, give it to Henderson. And Westside will take the timeout. And we'll take it as well. 1 minute and 5 minutes, 1 minute and 5 seconds away from the end of regulation. We'll be back after this on 105.5 KCH.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Back into the sports broadcast booth, into the Tiger Den. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Westside has possession on their own side of the court. You'd imagine some full court pressure from Aberdeen here. If you can ice this game and even run off 20 seconds or so, you would be feeling pretty good about where you're at right now. There's 1 minute remaining here in the fourth quarter. Henderson flows to the far side of the court, gets the basketball, and Roland will hand check the point guard of the Pirates on the far side. That will be their 4th team foul.
It's hard defense.
You've got some fouls to give if you're the Tigers. You might as well make it difficult and see if you can poke the ball away. Henderson gets it back again. Rolling quick on her hip, crossing the media timeline. Right side dribble, outside the key, give it to Henderson, or Croft, excuse me. And that shot just a tad short. Adamson, tough catch, potentially over the top of your head. You have to look backwards for it, and it will fall out of bounds after the rough throw and pass attempt. Nilsson uses her height to get up and pass. Nilsson to Croft, unselfish play, and buckets for the Pirates. That pushes it to 11 for the lead with 30 seconds remaining, and this game is probably put in the cooler.
I would say so.
Esquavia, step back three, short, air ball. Kundik corrals it.
Good form, just a little short.
Hand off to Henderson. Nilsson and Henderson kind of play keep away. Not giving up on it yet is Rosales, who takes it away. And it looks like our referees want to get out of here with 5 seconds remaining. A lot of contact, no whistle. Kundik dribbles the clock out, and the Pirates get their third win on the year and first in district play. Fantastic stuff here from the Lady Pirates tonight. We'll go ahead, take the break, come back to you in the post-game show, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. We'll have the eye care for you highlight play of the game, brought to you by Doctors Philip and Jeff Cromwell, Lance Henderson. And we'll tell you our final statistics in this one. We'll tell you what we saw, what we liked, and we'll give you all the good scoops coming up in just a minute here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Westside wins 45-34 over Aberdeen here on a Thursday.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com. The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
When you are looking for
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Welcome into the Ralph's Construction post-game show. The West Side Pirate ladies get it done in crunch time. They get the 11-point victory, 45-34 over district rival and opponent Aberdeen. I'm joined here in the sports broadcast booth with Jason Swenson. And, man, it was a great second half of basketball for the West Side Pirates. Looking at the stats, I'll prop you up here. I'll set you up for what you want to go on. But you take a look at what the Pirates were able to do. In the first two quarters, they were able to score 16 points in the first half, and in the third quarter alone, they scored 19, and then 10 on top of that in the fourth. It's a tale of two different halves. What did you see out there?
That's right. It felt like halftime, the coach really dug into him, really set down a firm game plan, and they came out swinging. Not just the Pirates, both sides came out. It was a very, very quick third quarter. Yeah. However, in the fourth, you started to see the Pirates pull away little by little. Started the fourth quarter, helped largely by Holly Croft. Under the basket, those points were crucial for the team.
Holly had 8 field goal makes. She led the team in terms of points with 16 tonight. That was big for the West Side Pirates. Huge stuff from her. Talking about a little bit about what we saw, it felt like West Side really was able to execute that game plan, work it inside, and take advantage of their matchups that they had. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the statistics in this game. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Tommy Henderson on the night with 4 points. Behind her, Lucy Huron with 6 points. Holly Croft, 16 points and 8 field goal makes from the field. Olivia Jensen, 2 missed free throws, but she had some great defense out on the floor tonight. Kenzie Bingham with 4 points. Hallie Taylor, no stat sheet, but another great defensive player for Westside. She was in foul trouble early in this game. Harley Nilsson, he's the second leader in terms of points. She ends the night with 12, I believe, if I'm doing my math correctly. Haley Kundick with 3 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and Miley Kundick with 2 points from the field. Big second half. Westside able to outscore Aberdeen on a run. They scored 19 points in the third quarter, 10 points in the fourth quarter. They ice things up, and they have a fantastic game. Wrap things up 45-34. It was fun to watch these girls go at it.
This was a very physical, hard basketball, and there was an insane amount of energy there.
There it was. Lots of energy, and we hope to carry that on to Saturday, where the West Side girls will travel to West Jefferson for a matchup versus the Panthers That will be an audio-only broadcast. For tomorrow, I will be broadcasting the West Side boys take on the Firth Cougars. Our final item of business, let's go ahead and check out a pretty sweet replay brought to you by I Care For You. I Care For You has been providing vision care services to Cache Valley and Franklin County for 44 years. Doctors Philip and Jeff Cromwell, Lance Henderson invite you to come on in, check your eyes, do whatever you need to do to get your best vision. They hooked me up with some great contacts and wouldn't go to any other place. Hands down, would not do it. Let's check out the instant replay brought to you by I Care For You. It was the long lob from the assist, and Harley Nelson running the floor. She was really, really good for this West Side team. Didn't lead the team in terms of points. She was second on that list, but she brought the energy tonight, and she was great. Jason Swenson joined here on my left. We're going to wrap things up here in Aberdeen. Any last words before we get going? What a fun one. I mean, just ultimately, it was really fun.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was an absolute joy to call this game.
All right, we're going to go ahead and sign off on behalf of all of us at mylocalradio.com, including Val Cook, our executive producer, John Beverly, our audio-visual technician back in the studio, keeping us on the air, doing a great job there. Dan Hubbard, the voice of the Preston Indians, and Jason Swenson, our guest commentator tonight. I am Cody Olsen saying thank you so very much, and as always, go Pirates. The proceedings have been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used without written consent from Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this production of Westside Pirate Athletics on mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Pirates!